Alright, so this is gonna be a fucking long one.
Okay, we got a ton of updates to the whole H3 versus Hasan situation.
Yeah. So this might be like a conclusion, chat. Probably gonna make this into a fucking like a movie. And we're gonna, yeah, I'm probably just gonna upload the whole thing all at once. So fuck it, just dig right into it. See what became of H3 and versus Hasan or iDubbbz, whatever. I always wondered, you know, why has nobody, you know, tried to get a hold of Joji and get his opinion, you know, see like what became of him.
Situation.
Like not what became of him. I want to see his opinion of what became of these two. Like what happened to them. Like, you know, like how he like his reaction and shit.
So first off, Hasan has finally reacted to Ethan's content nuke video on him, and apparently it took 9 hours to watch a 1 hour video. I can't imagine listening to 9 hours of Hasan, bro. That is worse than Chinese water torture. I would rather
9
blow
hours
my
of
ears
Hasan
out, lick the...
Dude, if I actually had to sit through 9 hours of Hamas piker, I would literally just take my shotgun and just blow my brains out. I would just Kurt Cobain myself at that point.
Dirtiest toilet seat in the world, then listen to this disgusting freak yap on about how much he loves terrorists. But anyways, in the last 1 hour of the stream, Hasan finally calls on iDubbbz to appear on the stream, and apparently iDubbbz was just waiting in the back, which sounds like an iDubbbz maneuver for sure. And he makes iDubbbz sit on this chair that is very similar to the Sneeko chair, let's just say, and he just treats him like trash. He basically orders him around, just talks down to him, and you can see that iDubbbz is just completely pucked over here. Not just by Anissa, but by Hasan as well. Hasan is completely losing his mind as well. He's been retweeting tweets that say Asmongold killed his mom. He implies that Tectone inherited SA genes from his father. Just completely unhinged stuff. So it starts with Hasan crashing out again.
$100. My goat. Thank you, Ethan.
Condemned Netanyahu as a war criminal.
This is so gross. I can't believe it. I can't believe how gross he is. He uses the $6,500.
Dude, you shouldn't be calling anybody gross here, Hasan. You literally use your fucking goddamn platform to condone terrorism and to actively support terrorists and comparing them to Luffy. Please stop it. Just stop it. Like, it's time to stop. As Filthy Frank would say. Okay? It's time to stop.
Hey, boss, I have a cancer.
As though it's literally a permission for him to be as racist as he wants to. This, ladies and gentlemen, is virtue signaling. This is precisely what he's doing. You don't get...
I know the master virtue signaling is not talking about virtue signaling. I know he's definitely not trying to say that other people are virtue signaling when 90% of your stream is literally condoning terrorism and somehow virtue signaling how we deserve 9/11. What are you even talking about, bro? Are you alright, dude? Are we looking at the same thing here? Like, do you need to take your glasses off and wipe them off? Like, dude, whatever you're smoking, Hasan, I need some of that, bro. Like, I need some of that, bro.
Get to do a fucking racism penalty ahead of time, okay? Also, $6,500.
Oh my god, and I know you're also not talking about racism when you were like one of the biggest racists out there. Like, you actively condone and spread hatred of Jews and actively want to kill all Jews. What are you even talking about, bro?
Suck my dick. You buy fucking new watches every
No, not suck your wiener. You suck my wiener, okay? Alright? You suck my wiener. How about that?
Week that's like worth $100,000. What the do you mean?
Well, yeah, what do you mean? You always say fucking tax the rich. Why don't you tax yourself, mister? I live in a fucking $3 million mansion while wearing a fucking tax the rich shirt. Like, you actual troglodyte. Like, you actual trongle. Like, what the fuck is this guy saying right now?
It's not even a good enough indulgence to fucking actually...
Your stream is, like, bro, I can't believe I have to actually, like, fact check this guy, like, every 2 seconds, man. Your stream is, like, oh, man.
Do the amount of deplatforming that you've fucking engaged in, okay? Open up your...
Deplatform. Did you literally condone and we're, like, basically trying to get your viewers and like, your little goonies, too. We're trying, like, fucking... Jabba the Frogan was literally trying to get Ethan's kids away with CPS, dude. Why are you acting like this? Why are you like this, bro? Who hurt you when you were a kid?
fucking wallet a little bit harder. Jesus Christ. Oh, he's gonna clip this. Suck my fucking cock from the back, you stupid bitches who constantly say, he's gonna clip this, he's gonna clip this. I don't give a shit. He can clip everything. He can suck my from the fucking back, dude. Suck my fucking cock.
Dude, he be saying that shit, and then when fucking like Fox News be showing your clips or whatever, then you be shitting your pants. I'm totally gonna go to jail, guys. I'm totally gonna get banned and go to jail. Shut the fuck up, you massive pussy, dude. Like, stop it, bro. Stop it.
Okay, all of you dumb fucking optics lovers. Oh my god.
Don't worry, Hasan. The only person sucking on your schlong is iDubbbz. He will latch onto it and never let go, like a little blood-sucking leech. And can I just say,
Man's a
Hasan is the
succubus sucking off
epitome of
Hasan.
projection. Bro is saying that Ethan's donation isn't enough. Meanwhile, he hasn't donated a single cent.
Dude, you're like the active terrorist supporter here, and yet you haven't donated anything, and you're complaining about Ethan donating. What? Please, make it... Dude, say any of this back to me so you don't sound retarded. I'll give you a minute. Oh, what happened? You can't do it? Oh, damn.
All of this fundraising is his audience, who is
Mickey
basically
Mouse.
like living minimum wage or something and donating this money. Meanwhile, Hasan sits in his $3 million mansion, driving his Porsche, buying designer clothing.
Yeah, that he got for
and
everybody on
he's
stream.
He's not doing shit, okay? I feel like using Hasan's logic, he would probably have...
You see Mr. Tax the Rich over here? Oh, but he got that for the stream. We all share the Porsche. Even though he's the only one that fucking drives it. What an actual retard, dude. Retard alert. Retard alert.
have to sell his own house and his own car and downgrade to a more like normal home and then donate that extra money to Palestine or something, right? But of course he won't be doing that. He loves to actually exploit other people.
Like, dude, why does this guy always dress like a fucking 80s porn star, bro? Like, what is with this guy?
And, you know, exploit the capitalist society and all of his businesses. But when it comes to anybody else, it's all for socialism, all right? Literal champagne socialist sitting in his mansion, manipulating a bunch of idiots to donate to him, dude. And oh my god, Hasan calling Ethan a virtue signaler? What the heck is that, bro? That is peak projection.
Oh god, you are so pathetic, Ethan. You are such a pathetic, selfish little man who has been...
I know this guy, this little troglodyte, isn't calling anybody pathetic. When you actually were being confronted by Ethan during the debate, you literally could not answer a single one of his questions. Like, you were actually such a coward that you couldn't even answer a single direct question that he gave you. And instead you just started screaming and yelling like a little girl and calling him racist. Because that's all you could do. Because you realized that the more that you spoke, the more you just outed yourself as an actual, like, hermaphrodite. Like, I don't even know what words to describe you as anymore. Like, I just feel like any possible word that can be used to describe you is already, you know, been overplayed, dude. Like, it's just like boring at this point, you know?
babied by every single adult in your fucking life because none of them have the courage to tell you what's what. But you are falling down a very dangerous pipeline here where you are surrounded.
Is that why you're scared of almost being arrested? Like, dude, this guy, bro. Why are you just projecting? Like, I know the guy that's actively supporting terrorism and you know condoning terrorists. I know he isn't the one talking about, you know, you're going down a dangerous path. Mr. Oh man, I'm gonna get arrested. I'm so gonna get banned. Okay, George. Okay, George.
Surrounded by people who are terrified to tell you the truth. With the increased attention that you've gotten, you feel like a lot of people are paying attention to you. They are lolcowing you.
Dude, there is no way he doesn't realize that he's talking about himself.
Himself,
dude.
yeah, literally.
Yeah,
exactly. That's exactly what I said, Pegasus. I completely 100% agree with you, man.
Of lolcow at this point. Everybody only talks about you to shit on you and make fun of you, okay? And it's just hilarious because he's surrounded by an echo chamber of people who support
Oh my god,
extremist
Hasan,
politics.
dude. Thank you for allowing me to make content off of you, dude. Thank you. This is just honestly free content, dude. Like, your actual like stupidness. It's just like too easy, man. Like I just feel bad at this point, man. Like I'm so happy that I actually have a real job, dude. So I don't have to depend on making myself look like an actual baboon. I don't have to worry about making myself look like a fucking idiot on YouTube just for fucking views and clicks. Like, I don't know, there's like a part of me that just like, I don't know, I can't, it's hard for me to believe that this is actually Hasan, dude. Like, this is what he actually thinks. Like, there's no way somebody could be this stupid, dude. But there, you know, there is a way, dude. You know? If there's people that watch him and agree with him, then, you know, it's totally possible for that to be actually the way that he thinks. So I wouldn't push it past him.
Hasan saying anybody else is in an echo chamber, bro. You can't make this shit up. That head is actively shrinking day by day. Then Hasan proceeds to defend Bad Empanada again, the psychopath who literally doxes people.
Bad Empanada drama video, ironically. Exactly. Because I thought with...
Oh, he's gonna double down. Based! Based!
Empanada, it's different. Like, with Bad Empanada, I know he's pro-Palestine, and I know he's not an anti-Semite. So, of course...
Oh yeah, he's not an anti-Semite, even though he was specifically playing a game where you kill an Israeli fucking secretary because you knew that fucking H3H3's wife was a secretary in the IDF. Come on, man. You're literally not fooling anybody, bro. And your defense for that was Call of Duty. That was literally your defense. Oh, look at Call of Duty. Yeah, what a fucking about Call of Duty. Like, I didn't see no mission where fucking where you play as like a fucking, you know, IDF agent killing fucking Hamas terror supporters that are using kids as human shields. I didn't see none of that. It's pretty weird. Weird.
Does like dumb drama shit. I'm like, I don't care. I don't care about this. I don't care about what his criticisms are. We have different methods. We have different tactics. But ultimately, we align on this issue. So as long as he is not weirdly becoming like an anti-Semite or weirdly becoming someone who's like pro-Palestine, which is, you know, of course, never going to happen, I don't give a shit what he has to say.
Once again, a crazy...
Hasan, to be honest, nobody really gives a shit about what you have to say. I'm just reacting to Pegasus because this is like, you know, easy content. And I'm kind of tired of my YouTube being fucking dead.
The admission by Hasan, guys, I don't actually care what he does as long as he's on my side. Oh, he doxes people, harasses people, maliciously targets Ethan's kids, advocates violence, tries to shoot Ethan's wife in a video game, obviously implying some level of escalation, some level of violence. Yeah, I don't care, obviously. And that pretty much sums up Hasan's position in life, you know? Same thing with Hamas. I don't care because they're on my side. I don't care if they violate women or kidnap civilians or bomb people. Who cares? As long as they're on my side, they can't do any wrong. Now, Hasan...
Man said fucking, you could literally be racist just as long as you're racist towards Jews. That's okay. What an actual fucking
tries to insult Ethan again and accidentally perfectly describes iDubbbz, who is just sitting behind him, realizing that he's basically talking about him.
They have a shelf life because they don't have the same fucking stubborn nature that I do. They don't have the same interests as I do. They inevitably become their own worst enemies. They inevitably cook themselves. You might think you're riding high on the slop for a little bit. You might think you're getting showered with praise. An army of anonymous Redditors telling you you're brilliant. But at the end of the night,
oh my god,
when you go home,
retard alert!
Sit down,
retard alert!
And you look yourself in the mirror, you're not going to recognize who you've become. That's it. It's turning into a lolcow of a different variety.
So mean.
Was it? I mean, I think it's, well, I mean, I guess the truth. Accurate. I think the truth is what's mean. Sometimes it needs to be said.
Oh man, that is absolutely brutal. But honestly, iDubbbz loves taking it from the back, so he probably liked that. In fact, that face is iDubbbz combing his pants because he loves being humiliated. Hasan probably gave him 2 spanks that night instead of 1.
Oh,
Then Hasan says that he
yeah.
won the debate. I feel like he keeps trying to speak it into existence, but
Do you hear this guy? Like, he really thinks that he won the debate. This guy, that's what I'm saying. Like, this guy is just so high off the copium, dude. Like, my man actually just genuinely thinks that he did some shit that day. Like, he actually thinks he won just by screaming racist and screaming like a little girl. That's crazy to me, dude. Oh, man, dude. Hasan, hello, Hasan. Is anybody in there? Hello? Hasan? Anybody in there? Hello? Wake up, Hasan. You alright, dude?
but nobody is forgetting that you got humiliated, bro.
Like, you're actually a
And
moron.
he had Sam Cedar on as well, and he fucking now says he owned Sam Cedar, and he destroyed him, and he looked like a fool then too. He looked.
No, he actually didn't. He made both of you guys literally look like actual morons that just can't answer a simple fucking question. Because you know if you do, you'll just be contradicting yourself and basically just admitting that you do support terrorism. Like he literally word for word repeated what Hasan said to this motherfucker and asked, like, hey dude, do you agree with this? And instead of just answering the yes or no question, my man just kept saying, well, he actually didn't mean that and didn't mean, well, actually he said exactly what he said. So stop trying to say, oh, he didn't mean this. We're not asking what he meant. We're asking you about what he said. Like, stop dodging the question, you fucking troglodytes.
Look like a fool with me as well.
Oh, even iDubbbz isn't buying this shit. I feel like if you watched the H3 Hasan debate and you thought Hasan won, you need to go to the doctor immediately,
bro.
okay? Check yourself for some brain worms, any form of cancer that is damaging your neurons, something like that. Because no functioning human can watch that humiliation ritual and think Hasan won. Obviously, we did a wonderful video on it if you wanted to catch up, but he came off completely unhinged. But now we got to talk about the Tectone versus Hasan situation. Basically, Hasan randomly brought up Tectone's dad in the drama. Apparently there's a lot of lore here. Tectone's dad was convicted for SA in the past, and he also apparently abused Tectone a lot and gave him a lot of trauma. He apparently put a gun to his head when he was 15 or something before he was going to go to jail, and obviously that strained the relationship a lot. And the relationship is obviously very complicated. Now, Tectone himself had some allegations against him by his former partner as well. It seems that that was false though, and it was corroborated by a lot of people. But Hasan...
Yeah, she looked like a bitch that would fucking lie about that shit for attention. You look like a bitch that got nothing better to do. That's why nobody even knows who you are, bro. Doesn't matter how much fucking you try to scream rape. No one is believing you, dude. At least now, not anymore. Like, bro, I hate people like that. Like, you're a disgusting human being. You try to fucking, like, you're just actually, you're ruining the credibility of actual victims who come out. And this is why victims don't want to come out, because of bitches like this that fucking, you know, abuse that and just to try to literally get clout. And just try to get money. Like, you fucker. You're literally ruining it, because, but God forbid the day actually comes where that shit actually does happen to you. And then now when you fucking try to come out, now nobody's going to believe you because you are the girl who screamed wolf.
Takes the opportunity anyways and says that he somehow like inherited the SA tendencies from his dad, which is just the most insane thing to say.
This needs to be a beloved figure and not a bald rapist himself, right? He literally references his dad as Iron Mike, which was also the nickname.
Hasan, if you're gonna go by that route, you literally look like a Hamas fucking rapist yourself. You literally look like somebody who would fucking, you know, kidnap somebody and fucking rape them with Hamas. If you want to go that route. Just like how fucking Frogan looks like Jabba the Hutt. Like, none of you guys that are a part of that circle look like, you know, good human beings. You guys all look like pieces of shit. So I don't know what you're talking about, man. Why don't you fucking look in the mirror before you talk about anybody else?
Explicitly referenced in the trial of Michael Robertson. It's pretty obviously his father-in-law. It's not a surprise considering the history of sexual abuse that runs in the family. Like, this man has, I guess, epigenetic memories of rape. He had to do it, you know? He just couldn't. He couldn't stop himself.
Yeah, I guess, you know, you and your family had terroristic tendencies, so you got that, you know, from the genes in your family. And you couldn't stop yourself from spreading terrorist propaganda, huh? You couldn't stop yourself from spreading terrorism and hate speech and, you know, hating Jews. I guess you just inherited that from your family, huh? I guess your family must, you know, also be terrorist, you know, Jew hating supporters. Like father, like son, right, Hasan? Fucking stupid bastard.
It's just like, it's a familial obligation over here.
Jesus
Tectone, your
Christ.
father was a literal terrorist. Asman
God,
father was
this
a
video's so
Vietnam
gonna get
invader.
taken
Both of
down.
you don't have the right to call anyone terrorist. Okay, listen, Asman dad is good in my book, okay? He is a liberal.
I love how everything I say gets
This guy, he's a liberal. Shut the fuck up, bro.
proven right. Once again, he's on my side, so it's okay, even in the hypothetical here, right? But it's funny that Hasan would even care about any essay or grapes, considering he spends 90% of his time defending
He's an
Hamas and
active
denying the
fucking-
literal proof in front
The
of
so-called feminist women supporter, you know, avid rape denier. Make it make sense.
him that they committed tons of essay and grapes. But of course, rules for thee, not for me,
Yeah,
right?
exactly.
So Asmund Gold
What I've been
responds to
saying, rules
this.
for thee, not for me.
I guess epigenetic memories of he had to do it, you know?
Honestly, it's just too bad that Tectone's dad wasn't in Hamas, or Hasan would be defending him.
Yeah.
That's what's funny about this.
Yeah.
If this same exact situation happened, and Tectone's dad was in Hamas, Hasan would be sitting here defending him and being like, well, you know, it was only this many people.
Yeah, and honestly, there's no proof that, you know, his dad actually did the raping, so, you know, we don't even know if it's true. They you know, I gotta see receipts, bro. You already know that's what Hasan would be saying if fucking this man's dad was actually a terror supporter, fucking Hamas supporter. The man would have a completely different. Well, actually, you know, this guy's dad is actually like Luffy, because that's totally something that Luffy would do. You fucking retard. Shut up, dude. Just shut up.
And, oh, well, it's just this credible race. Since, oh, you can't really listen to the UN report. Well, you know how the military is, etc., right? So I just find this to be kind of ironic, is that the moment that, you know, like, you can have a literal UN report, multiple women come forward and say,
yeah, and that's the thing, Chad. Keep in mind, this is somebody who would rather believe fucking terrorists and what they are saying than the actual UN, the United Nations. So that should put into perspective his level of IQ.
this is what happened, this is bad, and all of this, and somehow that's not good enough. But the moment that it's for somebody that Hasan disagrees with, he immediately believes two twit-longers with no accusations. I'm talking about Tectone, by the way, not his dad. And so you instantly believe this, but, and look at what is the standard evidence here? So you have a mountain versus a molehill. There's UN, there's, by the way, also the historical context of rapes happening in every single war that's ever been warred. That's number one. The second thing is the fact that you have multiple eyewitness accounts of this. You have multiple people that experienced this firsthand and came out of captivity and talked about it.
Yeah.
You have a UN report about it. And then you have all these things, and he's still trying to run defense and act like maybe it didn't happen. But whenever it's Tectone, somebody who he disagrees with, somehow, oh my god, let's immediately believe two twit-longers, and let's instantly think that his dad did all the same things. I do think that he has
that's
been
a
on a
crazy line of
generational
thinking.
crash out ever since the
100%.
situation with Ethan. I do
Yeah,
think so.
ever since his little we got me then. Ever since his little fucking failed content cock video, he's just been crashing out, dude. Like, he just doesn't know how to handle defeat. He's just in denial. You know, pride cometh before the fall.
When he's totally been dialing things
Apathy
up,
means
been
death.
completely going over the line. And I think that the reason why is very obvious. I mean, the debate made him look awful. It did.
Yeah,
It made him look
like an
absolutely
absolute
awful.
baboon.
If you look at 95% of the comments, they are against him. Now, on his
Yeah, and yet he still thinks, oh yeah, the dislike to like button is that's fake. That's fake. Why don't they show the real one? That's like fake. Like and I like how iDubbbz won't show the real shit. He'll just call it fake, and he'll show us the like ratio to a completely different video that has like nothing to do with this, and it's like an old video. So it's like, bro, what the fuck are you doing here? My man basically like got called out for basically being irrelevant. It was like, no, I'm not irrelevant. Look at this video from like 2013, dude. It still has like fucking 10 million likes. Like, you fucking retard. Yeah, because people can't take back likes. I guarantee you, people could take back likes. They would literally take back all their likes and watches from all your fucking videos, dude. And you'd be at like 0 right now.
his video, I think that, you know, more people support him. But let's look at all the views together. There is an overwhelming consensus that it did not make him look good.
So I think this is kind of what happens when someone like this feels like they're losing everything, right? After that debate, Hasan got exposed to the world as a complete fraud, and he feels like everything is coming down on him all at once, and he can't really do anything to stop it as well. Obviously, my videos aren't really helping his case, you know? His cult has no influence here. Like, if he tries to come in one of my comments...
Yeah, not for real. This guy dead ass has a cult, dude. Like, I've already had some of his cult members fucking disliking some of my videos. Not some of them. The video that I made on fucking iDubbbz has officially lost his rockers. Like half of my likes on there are dislikes, and I guarantee you fucking some those likes are from, like, you know, Hamas supporters. Hasan Hamas
gets
supporters.
cooked, obviously, right? So eventually the people with actual common sense realize that you are a completely insane person, and they see the clips that I'm showing and the literal proof that I'm showing here that he's completely insane, and yeah, they just stop buying into your crap. So it turns out Hasan can't stop taking low blows, and he implies that Asman murdered his mom, which is completely insane
murdered
again.
his mom now. Do you
Completely
hear this guy? This guy just doesn't know what the fuck to say, dude. He just hates being called out and doesn't like the truth, so when the truth hurts, the only defense mechanism that this fucking terrorist supporter has is just spreading lies, you know, like an actual terrorist. The only thing that they can do is just spread lies, get people on their side. You know, it's just cliche, dude. He's like a cliche conflict resolution Kevin.
True.
I can read this real quick. It's very bad faith and dishonest to make him look like he has the moral high ground to look better. Yeah, and this is really what I'm saying, is that I just want everybody to see that, like, and again, Hasan is doing all this. He's retweeting people that are trying to call me a mom murdering cockroach, and he's using Palestinians as a shield for this disgusting behavior. That's what he's doing. He uses causes, and he tries to make, like, oh, well, why do you care about this? Because, like, it's the genocide that matters. Well, it's because you care about it. You're the one that's starting it. That's it. And it's like nobody can criticize you because you think that you have some greater agenda that makes you beyond criticism. It's outrageous.
Yeah, he literally thinks he's like,
it's outrageous.
Fucking,
it's disgusting.
like the Messiah or some shit.
Yeah, he's using Palestinians like Hamas. I'm not going to even go. I'm not even going to go there, right? Like, I don't even need to go there. It's
My
just
man is literally
behavior.
like a avoiding altercation Andy. It's fucking crazy.
And it's a massive. And meanwhile, Tectum got banned for calling Frogan fat. That's right.
Yeah, so retweeting tweets like
And
that.
exactly for that reason, I will keep calling Frogan a fat fucking bitch until she gets fucking banned for saying everything that she said.
It shows support for it as well. This is not like randomly following someone you disagree with. This is actively promoting them on your feed, agreeing with what they say. A retweet is obviously an endorsement here. And it just shows that you have no legitimate arguments at all. The fact that you have to say Asman murdered his mom, which is completely insane, never happened. You can look up the whole story with his mom as well.
Dude, if Asman murdered his mom, then Hasan also helped murder all those people on fucking October 7th. Like, if we're just gonna sit here and just say actual stupid shit, just actual, like, retarded shit that has no basis, like actual just complete lies that just are fucking stupid and make the person who's saying it seem like a complete fucking troglodyte, then fuck it. I guess we could just say anything, right? Yeah, Hasan is honestly responsible for October 7th, dude. He's honestly like a fucking rapist, you know? He's a fucking murderer. He's a child killer. We're just saying anything, right?
Zero indication that ever happened.
Fucking
he
idiots,
obviously
dude.
cares
Don't
a lot
even
about
think
her.
about what they be
and,
saying some
you know,
of the time.
spreading straight
Not
up
some of the
lies
time,
like
all
this
of
is
the
a
time.
classic for Hasan. And this is the sort
look
of
at this
stuff he
fucking
will
guy.
do to anyone he doesn't like, right? Now, Tectone actually responded as well. He went into the whole history of him with his dad as well, and he started crying on stream. He sort of had to bring up these sensitive emotions as well, which is unfortunate for him that he has to deal with all this because of Hasan.
And obviously he took some of the aggression out on me.
Like, I don't know how Hasan still has not actually been arrested to this day. Like, he's actually like a communist terrorist supporter, dude. Why does this guy even still have a fucking platform?
About 2 days before he got sent to jail, I got back from soccer practice, which I joined because I wanted to make my dad proud. And I put an empty orange soda can on top of my trash can. And my father threw me to the ground and put a gun against my head and he said, "Give me a good reason not to shoot you." And my brother Mike intervened, and he got me out of that situation. And once my father got sent to prison, I was just a little bit uncomfortable with my life. And so my brother encouraged me to get as far away from this family as humanly possible. Now, obviously, this isn't really anything that I just really want to talk about on stream. However,
Yeah, why would anybody want to talk
really
about
great
that
Twitch
shit, dude?
streamer is just making me relive my childhood trauma because of all this, which is great. There is literally a guy who goes live every single day and promotes terrorism propaganda every day.
Every day.
Who's gone to a party with P. Diddy, a known,
My man is such a fucking terror supporter that I actually completely forgot about the fact that he goes to P. Diddy parties. He's a diddler. He's a fond diddler. The woman supporter is a fond diddler.
Serial offender on minors. A guy who has called the police on his ex-girlfriends just to harass them. A guy whose uncle is a pest. A guy whose father paid for the freeing of a man who orchestrated the terrorist attacks on October 7th.
Yeah,
and
literally.
the internet thinks he's a good guy.
Yeah, this is crazy. People actually really be
That's
glazing
what's
Hasan like
crazy.
this, dude.
Hamas, Diddy, Osama bin Laden, Adolf Piker.
Yeah,
is
this guy
revered
should
as
be
a
in jail
hero.
right now. Like,
This is how out of touch the world has become. Try to
100%.
find one person that Hasan and his orbiters disagree with that they have not labeled as a criminal. Guys, there's none. There's none. Brother, I want...
yeah, like the only reason why my fucking video on that shit hasn't been getting like fucking like, you know, threats or some shit or like all this hate is because I'm like a nothing YouTuber, dude. Like nobody watches my YouTube videos basically. If not, I'd be like fucking, like the few people that did watch my YouTube video, I already had like fucking, you know, half of my likes, dislikes, and fucking some kid commenting some retarded shit, dude, and saying that I was defaming shit. Like, what are you even talking about, bro?
I want to remind you,
The man has done that
even
himself.
Hasan was trying to label Asmongold as a pedophile.
Yeah.
Do you guys remember
Like,
that?
my man's calling me a defamer when this guy, like, the guy who you're glazing is literally out here calling Asmon Gold, like, a fucking, he's calling, what was that, Asmon? Or whoever's dad that was a fucking rapist and calling the kid also, calling the son also a rapist because his dad was. Like, what the
That's
fuck are
because you
talking
don't
about?
suck on a schlong like iDubbbz. If you suck on it real good, then Hasan will support you, obviously. I think the situation is getting pretty messy now. Everyone is sort of bringing up the skeletons in each other's closets, just taking whatever shot they can. And, you know, one way to hurt a person is to go after their dad, their mom, or whatever. And, you know, while I think it's okay to point out really normal things like, you know, Hasan's career was given to him by his uncle, you know, that's just important context as to who Hasan.
Yeah, dude, you didn't have to do shit, Hasan. Your entire career was literally given to you by your uncle. I wouldn't be surprised if he literally, you know, paid for your channel to get all those likes and views, and then that's how a lot of people know you, because you botted your way to the top to the point where you didn't need to bot anymore.
Is and
Would
where
not
his
be surprised
attitude
if that
comes
was the
from,
case.
right? That he's a nepo baby and shit like that. But making up random shit like
literally a
that you
nepo babe.
inherited the R-word genes or you murdered your mom, like it's just insane. I don't know.
Yeah,
like,
saying that's what I meant to say. Saying that fucking Asmon murdered his mom, dude. Like, are you fucking stupid? Like, are you an actual idiot, man? And people say that I'm fucking defamation. You are defamate. You're defamating. Like, shut up, bro. You guys don't even know the meaning of defamation.
it's disgusting the depths this freak
Man be
will
doing
sink
it every
to.
single
You know,
day
Hasan
and then
actually
be
got
saying that other
badly
people are
exposed
defaming.
in the content nuke for not even knowing basic geography about what he's talking about. Hasan says he was pretending to be stupid when his viral geography quiz clip was included in the content nuke, and he basically says that he was joking, but we will prove that he was not joking.
Like Hasan, for example.
Doesn't know where Yemen is? Okay, I'm gonna click close. I'm closing it. I'm closing it. Nope. Dude, I'm memeing. I'm
memeing. I'm fucking memeing.
Nope.
Nope.
Fucking
Nope.
memeing.
Got it.
No, not only am I joking there, I'm gonna show you something, okay? Here, that's another Destiny clip, by the way. Classic, okay?
Another Destiny clip.
Play this game.
You have a
I suck. Terra.com. I'm not gonna do it. Everyone's gonna make fun of me. I'm bad at geography too. Oh no, everyone's gonna make fun of me if I do this. You have Chad to help you. Do the 50 US states. I can't do that. I'll get owned. I'll get owned to oblivion. I have no idea where the states are. Click on Pakistan. Wait, how do I zoom in? How do I zoom in? How do I zoom in?
Oh yes, your average terrorist supporter knows exactly where all like the Middle Eastern countries are and placed on the map, but doesn't know a single state.
Okay, which one is it? Is it this? Is it this or this? Is it this? I don't know which one it is. I have no idea. Oh no. I don't know. Is it this? Oh no.
Love the spirit of justice. You love your father, the devil.
And this is the guy who's the political streamer, right? The guy who's so well equipped to talk about this. Man doesn't even know
this
where it
is
is on the
apparently the
fucking map.
biggest political streamer. Actually,
Yeah,
not even biggest anymore. Asmongold Gold actually beats his ass now. But it's just funny that people legitimately.
Asmon isn't even a political streamer, dude.
Political voice of reason, like, oh, if you want to get the correct political take, let's go to Hasan. This dude can't even point out a country on a map. Also, might I remind you, his takes on politics are so bad, he got it completely wrong in the Russia versus Ukraine situation. He was like, oh, they're never gonna invade. They're never gonna invade. Literally like days before the invasion. But if you're not,
I mean, dude, you're taking political takes from a guy who paints his fingernails fucking red and always has facial hair like a fucking 70s porn star, and also dresses like a 70s porn star. Like what?
Echo chamber, you know that he's completely clueless about most of the things he's talking about, and he just picks the side of America bad, Now, apparently Bad Empanada has turned on Hasan as well, despite Hasan constantly praising this guy. Hasan Piker fans are literally the most pathetic people imaginable. They straight up start crying and sobbing the second you say something 100% true about them that isn't glowingly positive. Freaking pathetic people who treat politics like it's a soap opera.
Yeah, literally.
I almost never agree with this guy, but I guess this one tweet makes sense. Now, Ethan's also responded to iDubbbz in a couple of funny clips.
And then he says this.
Come on, dude. You're one step away from calling me a cuck. Just take the plunge.
First of all, again, I never called you a cuck. I'm not doing those low blows, right? And by the way, if I were
even though you fucking should, because you are actually a fucking cuck. That should have been content cuck, not content cop, because you're not a cop anymore, dude. You're a cuck. You're being cuck held by Hasan and Anissa.
It's not because you enjoy watching your wife get railed, which maybe, I don't know. It's probably because you have a humiliation phase. You like watching yourself get railed by me. I think that makes Anissa the cuck.
Yeah, literally.
I think technically, right? She would be the cuck.
Like, iDubbbz, you got this backwards, dude. You're not the cuck, dude. You're the one cucking your wife, because as Ethan said, you're the one getting cucked right now, dude. You just like getting fisted and railed so hard by fucking Ethan right now that you like he fucked your colon up so bad that now your brain's like scrambled, dude. Now you think that you're the one being cucked when in reality your wife's the one being cucked.
No, I've never taken that cheap shot at you, no matter how bad you want me to, so that you can just say I did. And
not only did we not take it, we were the ones defending you when people were doing that.
I mean, iDubbbz definitely has a humiliation fetish. Like, uploading that content deputy doubling down after completely failing the content cop. I mean, he clearly loves taking it up the butt. But anyways, iDubbbz decides to step into the boxing ring once again, and he calls Ethan an incel.
Which you should never do that, because you can't box for shit, dude.
Obviously has no idea what that word means. iDubbbz proclaims Ethan the new king of incels for this clip. Ha ha ha.
Do you hear this guy? I know the cuck lord getting cucked by his wife on OnlyFans is not calling the dude with a wife and kids an incel. Are you actually fucking retarded, bro? Like, my man has a wife and kids and he has a family, dude. For all we know, you could just be, actually gay and just be, with Anissa just to, hide the fact that you are gay. Like,
what a freak.
Like, I don't know, dude. Like, ever since you started hanging out with Hamas Piker, you guys both like dressing like 70s porn stars. You guys might as well just fuck at this point. Touch tips. Or you guys just sword fight.
New king of incels, and this is a clip of Ethan taking a joke a little too far.
By the way, Anissa reached out. She wants to meet at the Motel 6 tonight at 11.
Excuse me?
Because I'm gonna for her, because she's the cuck. No good?
Okay, Ian?
Him.
Right.
How can I be an incel? I have 3 kids. I'm married. Literally, whatever, dude.
Yeah, iDubbbz, I don't think you actually know what incel means.
You're
Ethan is
fucking moron.
married with kids. He respects his
fucking
wife
moron.
a lot. He treats women great. I feel like this is just insane
Yeah,
coping
what
from
a
iCucks. He's just
fucking
on that
moron,
side who, you know, labels everybody as incels. Anyone who disagrees with them, he's on that, like, super far left.
Mister, I allow my wife to sell her body online for money. Yeah, this is a great way to treat a woman, right? Just allow your fucking wife to sell her body for money. Why don't you buckle down and actually get a real fucking job so that way your wife won't have to sell her body for money anymore, you fucking freak.
Lefty side. You know, the Hassans and Pokemains will do this anytime you disagree with them, you know, incel or whatever. Anyways, we got a Frogan update as well. She's yapping about something, but I can't focus on what she's saying for no particular reason.
And literally the only reason why I included the AB section in the video is because he was talking shit, saying I say like vile things and saying that we
I was talking shit. That's not talking shit, you fucking bro. How much fat do you have in your ears, bro? How much fat do you have in your ears, bro? What the fuck do you mean talking shit about and saying that you say that's not talking shit. That's stating an actual fact that is recorded on video that you recorded yourself saying horrible things. What the fuck do you mean, dude? Don't step into the boxing ring with the Incas and think you can box, bro. Like, what the fuck? If you can't box and take the punches, don't fucking hop in the ring with the boxers, dude. Sit your fucking ass down, bro. Mrs. Rising Star Streamer. But I barely have like 7,000 views and I have to beg people for rent money. Shut the fuck up, bro.
A disagreement.
Like,
Last time we talked, we had a disagreement. Who are you to think that your words being leaked?
Who are you to think that you could fucking judge anybody when you literally sit here and beg people for rent money? Like, what, bro? You don't even have eyebrows right now, dog. Like, stop it.
Are that powerful?
If I speak, I will be in trouble, so I'm just gonna move on here. So update on the whole Tectone Twitch ban. Apparently it was gonna be perma-banned for calling Frogan fat.
I got unbanned and I was told to leave her alone. That is what I was told. I was told to leave Frogan alone. And this won't happen again. So
literally you were told.
Ah, yes. They're telling you to leave her alone so she can continue making, you know, terroristic fucking, you know, speeches and inciting violence and, you know, wanting more deaths of American soldiers, and she wants to, you know, build a 9/11 cake and have a plane go through it. Yes, she must be left alone, chat, so she can focus on that.
Frogan alone.
Yes.
So she can focus on her next tier list about how she's gonna, you know, make a tier list about how fucking Muslims and Arabs are the best and Jews are the worst and everybody in between. You've got to rate them to see who, you know, who can say Habibi and who can't. Like, you fucking actual idiot.
Literally told leave Frogan alone, yes.
Twitch staff literally white knighting. Leave her alone. Anyways, that's it for the updates. Click this video or you're forced to watch Hasan for the rest of your life. The threat.
Like, what an idiot, dude. It's like me. It's literally like me making a tier list as to what groups of people can say the word spick, which is a racial term for fucking Spanish people. Like, can you imagine that? And you know, I just put my parents as race, you know, Honduran and Salvadoran at the top, and you know, everybody else at the bottom. Like, I guarantee you, people would start saying that shit's fucking racist, but it's completely okay when Frogan and friends do it, right? Oh man. Anyways, that's enough of this fucking. Wait, actually, that's not enough. Hold on. There was another thing. There we go.
Houthis in one piece and Houthis in many pieces. Welcome to a brand new video. Today is a great video. Instead of like incredibly heavy topics, I decided to talk about something awesome and dope today. That's right, colossal W's. The Houthis are cooked, 100% cooked. See all these Houthis over there? They're all standing in little rings. All these Houthis, they're all probably doing Houthi type stuff. Oh, what happened over there to the Houthis? No more Houthis. Where did they go? I don't see any Houthis anymore. That's crazy. Hasan probably crying right now. The most moral army in the world. I cannot believe the Houthis got poofied. He poofied the Houthis.
Holy shit, look at that crater. Wait, hold on.
Hasan probably crying. No more type stuff. Oh, he's over there. They're all standing in little rings. All these Houthis. They're all probably doing Houthi type stuff. Boom! Over there to the Houthis. No more Houthis. Where did they go? I don't see any Houthis anymore. That's crazy. Hasan probably crying right now. The most moral army in the world.
Yes, yes. Hamas Piker is probably crying right now, rolling in his grave, saying that you know, Luffy and the Straw Hats got bombed right now. Because apparently to him, these people are fucking the Straw Hats, right?
Not believe the Houthis
idiot, man.
got poofied. He poofied the Houthis. They're gonzo. Shalom Houthis. Anyway, I wanted to talk about this.
The
The Houthis are gone. They're done. They surrendered. Hasan is crying. They surrendered. Everyone is happy except for Hasan and Houthis. And, you know, I'm just saying, it's a pretty glorious day. But I need to catch you up on the drama because I have been keeping up with the Houthi lore. So I feel like you have to know how insane this is. Also, I'm going to be reacting to the Asmongold's reaction to it later because Asmongold, I think, didn't have all the facts. So I wanted to explain his little gaps in potential knowledge about the Houthis as someone that has had to run into bunkers because of Houthi bombs multiple times. This is a glorious day for me. I just have to say it. Hell yeah. So, anywho, I just want to remind you who the Houthis are. They are terrorists. They attack civilians. They attack displaced persons. They do missile strikes on Saudi civilians. They use landmines. They use child recruitments. They have child slaves. They use slaves still. That's pretty fucked. They torture people. They execute people for whatever reason ever. They target religious minorities. That's pretty fucked up. They attack maritime traffic and hostage taking. American ships. They kidnap all sorts of people. They attack American ships. They kidnap Filipino sailors. They stop humanitarian aid from going to their own people. They attack women and they do gender-based violence. Not cool, not cool. But I guess if you go to Diddy parties, you might support them. They use human shields, classic. Environmental threats, whatever. Probably the least exciting, terrible and they've also contributed to 377,000 deaths in Yemen in regards to starving people, stealing humanitarian aid, and using general weapons and equipment that were going to Yemen, using them as missiles to terrorize other people. These are incredibly bad fucking people, and I will cry 0 tears as the Houthis go poofy. So, I need to introduce you to the main character of the story.
Poofy.
This is Hamas Diddy Bin Laden Piker. He is the largest leftist political streamer. Don't worry, this is not a video about him. This is a video about the Houthis.
Hamas
but he
P.
is
Diddler.
the #1 Houthi supporter of all time ever. Now, in my opinion, this constitutes as material aid to terrorism, and he should probably be in prison for 20 years. But I am not a judge.
Yeah, it's literally what I've been saying for the longest, dude. Like, I literally don't like this guy. The guy, that's what I'm saying. It's like Rich coming from this guy and saying, oh, I don't know how these people have a platform, blah, blah, blah. Dude, we literally don't know how you're not in jail right now. Like, you technically should be a political prisoner, dude, or like a fucking terrorist prisoner. You're actively inciting fucking terrorism. You're a terrorist supporter. You have literally interviewed terrorists. Like, one can say you are a terrorist affiliate. I can argue that you are a terrorist affiliate. Like, you should be in jail right now being questioned. What do you even mean, dude? Talking about, I don't know, people have, like, a platform. Fuck you, bro. You're lucky that you have money. That's the only reason you're not in jail, is because the authorities know that you have money, so you just, you know, pay your way out.
Not a jury and not an executioner. Unlike the Houthis, I actually believe in the law and not murdering civilians.
Yeah,
so,
literally, what?
This is Hasan showing support for Houthis.
You said Ethan's words can make him seem pro-Zionist and that he should be more thoughtful, but when he pointed out that your language could come off as supportive of terrorism, why not just admit that you're careless sometimes too to his fans and made you look like you can't admit fault? I have no problem with the Houthis. Yeah, because I don't. What do you mean? If you think I'm a terrorism supporter for that reason, then yeah, I'm a fucking terrorism supporter. What?
All right, he just...
Dude, we don't think. We know you're a terrorist supporter. Like, this guy keeps saying, if we think. We know that you are, dude. You've already admitted it multiple times. Like, this... You're not gonna put lipstick on a pig and tell me it's like a donkey. Like, what?
Admitted it, he is a terrorist supporter, according to himself.
Don't
now, you don't need me to say it. All right, listen, anyone watching this video to look into Houthi terrorists, anyone looking into this specifically, I am just saying actual Satan over here is currently live on Twitch right now, twitch.tv. If you are curious to see what's going on Twitch, you can just go to the website advertiseontwitch.com. All you need to do is type in advertiseontwitch.com. I'll show you how it works. Advertise on Twitch. I spelled it wrong. Twitch.com. All you need to do is click advertise on twitch.com and it brings you to this website. It gives you to this website and it shows you all sorts
Toss
of
out
brands.
the mess. Toss in the power sheet.
So this is a brand that's sponsoring Twitch.
Toss out pricey. Now toss like a boss. Arm & Hammer Power Sheets clean 3 times more small loads than premium towel detergent at the same price.
Democrat says she's undecided because of concerns about anti-Semitism. Beth?
Yes!
Hi, thank you for being here.
Thank you,
Thank you for remembering we need to bring the hostages home. Of course. The rise of anti-Semitism and violence from the rise of anti-Semitism and
Yep, so this is the kind of content that is currently allowed on Twitch. You should definitely check out advertiseontwitch.com to see the type of ads running on the type of content on Twitch. So you can see here, it shows you the brand. It helps you. You can click this button and you will automatically content the brand.
You see this shit? See the bottom? So what types of other content is allowed on Twitch? Frogan wishes PTSD towards U.S. veterans. You're like, fuck the based. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Fuck this Jabba the Hutt looking ass bitch. But then fucking Tectone gets banned. Is getting permanently banned just for saying an actual fact that she's a fucking goddamn fat bitch. A fat, stupid bitch that has nothing better to do or say. Fucking Hasan, yeah, I can see, you can't see because of his arm, but I already know what this says. Piker's denial of fucking October 7th rapes. Various anti-Semitic comments. Like, this is all just allowed, dude. But, you know, like I said, if you fucking call Frogan a fat lard on Twitch, dude, it's clipped, though.
And it's a pretty fun website.
You don't get shown, that's why I fucking haven't been having any traffic in my channel recently.
Anywho, this is the largest leftist political streamer on the planet.
Yeah.
And he, in his own words, supports Houthi terrorists. So let's see what else is going on here. All right, here's another clip. Oh, by the way, this is stochastic terrorism. In case you wanted to see, stochastic terrorism is a form of political violence instigated by hostile public rhetoric directed at a group or an individual. Unlike incitement to terrorism, stochastic terrorism is accomplished with indirect, vague, or coded language, with which grants the instigator plausible deniability for any associated violence. And that's exactly what Hasan does all the time, in my opinion. So this is him, once again, saying that he supports the Houthis. He is, in fact, a Houthi terrorist supporter. What about this clip?
Agree that he's just like Anne Frank.
Did you not hear what I asked you?
I'm just summarizing.
Yes.
Okay, very good.
Anne Frank died before she could resist.
What?
But if she
before
did,
she could resist. What are you talking about? She was blind and deaf. Did you really just say Anne Frank had the capabilities of resisting? What the fuck are you saying, bro? This guy can't be real, dude. This guy actually can't be real, bro. There's just no way, dude.
Fucking killed in a concentration camp, you psychopath.
But if she
was exterminated with her whole fucking family. Her dad's the only one that survived and recovered her journal. Are you fucking mad?
Either, Ethan, right? Would you hold that against her? Would you hold that against her?
This is him arguing his ass off, saying that the Houthis are exactly like Anne Frank.
Oh my god.
Once again, supporting a terrorist group, the Houthis. This, in case you were curious, is the Houthi slogan. God is the greatest, death to America, death to Israel, a curse upon the Jews, victory to Islam.
Exactly, and this is why I'd be saying, dude, why the fuck is Hasan not in jail, dude? He's an active Houthi terrorist supporter. This is literally their slogan, dude. God is the greatest, death to America, death to Israel, a curse upon the Jews, victory to Islam. Like, dude, these are not peaceful people, bro. And then they wonder why they're always getting carpet bombed and why they're always, like, in wars and shit. Because they literally just don't know how to shut the fuck up and just keep to themselves. They always want to start beefs with the whole world. Like, what, bro, why is Hasan not in jail, dude? Like, if you hate America so much, Hasan, why don't you fucking get a plane ticket? Because you have the money. He's one of the very few types of people that actually have the money to move over there, bro. Like, why don't you move over there? Why don't you join the Houthis and see how well they treat you, dude? They'll probably, like, have you as, like, a commander because of all the money that you have. You know, you have all that money. Why don't you back them, dude? Why don't you go over there, bro? Unless you know, you want to admit that you're actually just here as, like, a fucking Houthi spy, you know, trying to get information or some shit. Which is even more of a reason why the United States should fucking look into. Like, what business are you in America for, bro, if you hate us so much? Like, that just makes you look even more suspicious. Like, I don't even think you realize what the fuck you're doing to yourself, bro. Like, you're actually just digging yourself into a hole that you will not be able to get out of once it's too late, my boy. Like, do you think Big Brother just, you know, takes kindly to this? They're probably just waiting for a moment to strike, dude. When they have enough evidence to, you know, suffice and argue in court that you are actually a terrorist supporter and you have ties and are associated to this organization. And so most of the time, dude, you don't even need to be associated with the organization. Look at how they, like, I always use this like this example, but it's like the most like, you know, it's like the most relevant to this. Literally look at how they did Oppenheimer, dude. My man wasn't even associated with the Communist Party. He simply just spoke to fucking Hakan Chevalier. And look what they did to him because of the Chevalier incident. Literally just because he had like 2 drinks with this guy and just told him that he was a scientist. And look at what they did to him, dude. My man Boris Pash almost took him out on a boat and interrogated him in the Russian manner, dude. Like, they took away his fucking security clearances. They literally made his family go through shit. They literally, like, embarrassed him in front of the entire world. Like, dude, they, like, ostracized this guy. They destroyed his entire life. Anybody associated with him, like, their lives were also destroyed. They weren't able to get jobs. Some of them were deported. Like, bro. Like, it's like Hasan he's like lucky that they're just like waiting right now. This guy's just playing a dangerous game,
Very kind-hearted people, probably. This over here is a clip of Hasan downplaying acts of terrorism committed by the Houthis to his audience, claiming that the Houthis are attacking an Israeli ship. Not true. It was not an Israeli ship. And this is him just actually playing and promoting Houthi terrorist propaganda on his stream.
This is Rust. Bro, they fucking look at this. They got the Palestinian flag that they painted under the helicopter with the Yemen flag. They fucking overtake. They start overtaking the ships. And they're like, guess what, dog? No more trade to Israel.
Yeah, this is not an Israeli ship.
If you're an Israeli, if you're owned by an Israeli corporation.
This is not owned by an Israeli corporation. It's owned by a British corporation.
And I like how the guy that's sitting next to him is looking at him like, is this motherfucker serious? Like, is this ninja serious? Is he really trying to convince me that, you know, terrorism and piracy is like, okay? Like, bro, this man really, like, look, dude, they have the Palestinian flag, so it's completely okay to just commit piracy and, like, terrorist acts and fucking completely hijack the ship. Like, so what if it's going to Israel or not, dude? Just, like, that does not give them the right to fucking do this. Like, what? Like, oh, okay, so, like, if this was Israel, it's completely okay for them to just, you know, do this shit? This guy's such a fucking idiot.
You are actually sending ships to the Israeli port.
This is not going to the Israeli port. This ship is actually going to India.
It's not a lot. It's the other one that is now bankrupt.
It's also not bankrupt. It's literally all lies.
Man, this is such an idiot.
He tries.
What was the other port? Haifa, right? Is it Haifa? Is Haifa the bankrupt one? Anyway, there's a lot of information. I can't recall all of it. But they go,
sure.
If you are sending ships into Israel, if you are...
This is not going to Israel.
Owned by an Israeli subsidiary.
This is not owned by an Israeli subsidiary.
If you're owned by an Israeli corporation.
It's not owned by an Israeli corporation.
We're going to take over your ship.
And he is promoting terrorism against civilians. That is what he's doing.
Yeah,
Look at him glazing terrorists.
You cannot fucking use this trade route anymore.
Oh my.
Guess what, bitch? It's our fucking territorial boundary, and we're going to enforce this until you stop doing genocide in Gaza.
Yeah.
What do you mean until you stop? No, it's until you guys get carpet bombed and you guys don't have any more, you know, fucking helicopters and resources to do this shit. That's when you'll stop, dude. Like, what the fuck do you mean? Like, this is what I mean, dude. And then they're confused when they're getting carpet bombed. Like, you're literally fucking with the world's, like, trade. People that have nothing to do with this shit. And even if it was Israel, it's like, dude. And then you're confused when Israel keeps bombing you guys. It's like, dude, fuck around and find out, bro. Like, what do you mean this is our territory? You don't own any territory. You guys are a terrorist organization. Like what? The only thing that makes you different than like a gang and a cartel is that there's like fucking you guys somehow have retards like Hasan Piker to, you know, come out here and try to fucking get support for your cause or whatever. Because they think that there's like some just cause. Like, bro, stop it.
Actually give a shit about the genocide in Gaza. They literally could not give a flying fuck about the genocide in Gaza. And I'm going to prove that in a second. Don't you worry. Don't you worry. I am going to prove it very soon. They don't care. They're just terrorists.
Because they say it. They're like, listen, we don't like you. We're not a fan of you.
Yeah, true, because they hate Jews. It's part of their slogan.
Okay.
So it's like a third party.
Yeah, this is a group of people that are like, no, we care about the Palestinians. We don't want you bombing them.
They don't actually give a shit.
Yeah,
and nothing that they have ever done.
A man always says that they care about the Palestinians and then they use them as human shields. Yeah, it's totally caring, dude. That's a great way to show you care. Let's use the very people who you care about as human meatbag shields. Let's use the schools that those kids are supposed to be, you know, studying and going to class, and let's use them as armory bases and put mortars and explosives literally just down the hall. Yeah, it's totally caring, dude. Yeah, as a matter of fact, dude, they're fucking Care Bears, bro. They're Care Bears.
Never contributed at all to the fight in
They're
Gaza.
just so huggable,
Nothing
you know?
even mattered a little.
Absolute
We're gonna
morons.
fucking take action, and we're gonna try to punish you economically to the best of our ability.
And they didn't actually punish them and cause anything.
You didn't do
And by
anything.
God, they started doing that, and they were doing it real well.
Look, he is literally glazing terrorists. Are we on the same page?
So
They're doing it real well.
They started targeting the ships. If you pass through, they communicate with you. They're like, hey, where are you going? Whatever, blah, blah, blah. And if you're trying to get in there, we're going to fucking bomb you.
Are there people?
Yep, and there he is, just bombing casual civilian ships owned by the United States, which is why Trump bombed the fuck out of the Houthis.
On this.
Yeah, that's what I mean. You fuck around that. Yeah. Now I feel even much better in that beginning video where all these fuckers are getting bombed, dude. That's what I mean. You fuck around and find out. Do you think you're just gonna attack our ships, U.S. ships, and just be like, yeah, we don't like you. You better be Houthi or we don't like this. That. No, dude. You attack our ships, you get fucking bombed, dude. You get carpet bombed. Fuck around and find out. We're not Israel, dude. Like, we're not fucking, like, dude, you do this fucker shit with us, especially with Trump in charge, you get fucking bombed, bro. Fuck around and find out. See how well you like a fucking AC-130, bro.
Helicopter right now? Yes. What do you mean? Of course there are people on this helicopter. What do you think? It's a fucking drone?
Kind of.
Don't feel bad, bro.
No.
I do
there are
not
people
feel
on this
bad.
helicopter. So this is like a hostile. They're streaming this?
Yes, it is a hostile takeover where they literally kidnap 15 Filipino sailors and hold them as prisoners for a year.
Yeah. They're flexing.
What? And they're coming in hot with guns.
Yeah, but you have to understand this is a deterrent.
Oh,
No, it's a deterrence. It's a deterrence for terrorists. Yeah, obviously, dude. What the fuck? That's what terrorists do.
It's a deterrent. A deterrent for what? It didn't cause anything.
Yeah, you literally didn't do anything. What were you supposed to be deterred?
He does understand this, and he's just a Weasley little
All you
liar,
did
dude.
was just piss off
I'm
a
gonna
country
tell
that
you
you shouldn't be
something that's
pissing
incredibly
off, and now you're getting bombed for it.
Hamas
What did you
attacked
deter?
Israel, and Israel attacked back.
I know this. Yeah, this is the deterrence of peace. It's to deter peace, so that way your people and you guys are actively constantly getting fucking bombed.
A lot of Palestinians.
Some deterrence.
Those Palestinians that
fucking
died,
idiots.
they died because Hamas decided to start a war.
Yeah.
Houthis recently, they've been bombing ships and shit. And believe it or not, Israel and America both attacked back, bombed the fuck out of the Houthis, and that was pretty shit for the people there. The terrorists are not just bad for the civilians that they're attacking, they are bad for the civilians that they use as human shields too. They're not just kidnapping, torturing, starving, and murdering people and taking over their regime with a 6% approval rating, by the way.
Yeah,
murdering kings and shit in Yemen. They are not only starving their population by stealing all their food, but they are also
totally
causing
care, right?
retaliation against them, which of course people are going to
Yeah,
retaliate
they
against
totally
these fucking
care,
terrorists
right?
because they're bombing your shit. I'll be real. I'll be honest. These people are monsters.
Yeah, totally.
So, like,
Like,
their
they're totally
goal is
awesome
to
people,
film
right?
it
Totally
and
care.
show it to the world. So like,
Oh, their goal is to show it to the world.
other companies that don't want to risk having this happen to their product, having this happen to their ships, literally are like, okay, we're not going to use the trade route anymore. All of a sudden, if you don't use the trade route, trade gets more expensive for the West.
Oh, this is literally him supporting bombing American ships. I don't know if anyone's watching this and curious.
Yeah, please, dude, Big Brother. I know you guys are always listening. Please arrest this guy. Please look into this guy. Like, please stop this guy's fucking nonsense. Like, this guy's literally actively supporting the bombing of our U.S. trade ships and wants the downfall of our economy and is actively supporting it and condoning it and showing it as propaganda and glazing terrorists. What the fuck is going on, dude? What is going on? What are we doing here?
Right over here, you got Hamas Diddy Bin Laden Satan literally sitting over here on his stream on twitch.tv. All right, this is the largest leftist political streamer on the fucking planet, okay? I don't know how on earth he gets away with this shit. He is currently live, all right? He is currently live yapping in front of 30,000 people on Twitch. This guy, unironically, I am not even joking, straight up, unironically, glazes terrorists, and he's on stream now, right now. The largest leftist political streamer in the world.
All of a sudden, if you can't use that trade route, the Israeli port is going to get bankrupt. Israel is not going to be able to get the materials in time that they need for waging their war.
Yeah, this didn't contribute to Israel's war at all.
Israeli society is going to start getting upset. They're going to be like, I can't get my treats. I can't get my Amazon Prime.
But they're like actually like not though, and they aren't. What the fuck is this guy saying right now, man? What, dude? I need to pack another bull rip. This is starting to hurt my brain.
What the fuck is going on? I hate this. Israel sucks. I'm leaving Israel. That's the goal.
Yeah, right.
You hear this guy? Yeah, dude. And where are they supposed to go? To fucking Palestine? So then that way they could get fucking raped and killed by Hamas? Yeah, that's the great idea, dude. A totally great idea. You fucking idiot. You actual moron. This guy like literally contradicts himself like it's like, bro, where do you think all these Israelis are gonna go if that, like, assuming that your goal does work, where do you think that these people are gonna go? They're gonna come to America. And is it your goal here in America to get the Israelis, like, you know, the fucking, to get, you know, Israel out of our government? You're just inviting more of them here. You actual fucking stupid idiot. You were so lost in your own echo chamber that you didn't even realize that your own, like, stipulations is going against yourself. Like, dude. Oh my god.
Bombing American ships. Anyway, that's the goal apparently. Here's another one.
To say to give the Houthis a peace prize, that's nuts.
Why?
Because what the fuck have they done for peace other than kidnap innocent civilians? What have they done for their own populace? This is, as you said, the poorest country on earth.
Port. That is
what
a
are they doing
direct
for
material.
peace?
The Houthis have.
What does this have to do with the river to the sea?
Material consequences for Israel, as it has implemented a genocide.
All right, let's give them a peace prize. Whatever, I don't care. Let's give them a peace prize.
I think they deserve it.
Yes.
This is him saying that the Houthi terrorists deserve a Nobel Peace Prize.
Do you know what would have happened to you if it was 1943? Like, this is like the 7th time I'm already saying this, but you know what would have happened to you if it was 1940, like 43, 42, and you're out here saying fucking, yeah, dude, I think the Bolsheviks and I think fucking, you know, Joseph Stalin, like, you know, they deserve a peace prize. They deserve a peace prize. You know, they're actual, like, world peace. Like, they're like fucking Gold Raj, dude. Like, Gold Raj. He's like, Joseph Stalin is actually Gold D Raj. That's why I don't like him, because he you know, he found the One Piece and he's just trying to get people to, you know, have it. You know, he's such a good guy. Like, dude, fuck off, dude. Like,
I hope that we're on the same page of what's going on here.
Terrorists. That's it. This is on his Twitter account. You can see.
Like, bro, if this was One Piece, these motherfuckers would literally be like on some celestial dragon type shit. Like, Hasan would be like the celestial dragons, and the Houthis would be literally like all like fucking, like, for instance, like Caesar Clown and shit, you know, people who the celestial dragons control, so that way they could fucking poison and enslave everybody else and shit.
See, it's his Twitter account.
Like, if anything, these motherfuckers more resemble the world government than fucking Luffy. Because the world government be on some, hey, dude, you're either, like, fucking, you know, circumcised or, you know, we're gonna fucking kill you type shit. If you're a pirate, you get killed. Or whatever. And Luffy actively be trying to free people, and then he just fucks off and doesn't bother them. And he never takes anybody hostage, he never kills anybody. So it's like, I don't even know, man. How is this even a comparison for you?
Promoting poorest nation on earth, and they still find time to make music videos. Promoting a literal terrorist propaganda.
Before anyone says anything,
it doesn't stop. It literally does not stop.
Yeah.
So anyway, Trump decided, hey, they're bombing our ships. Don't you dare touch my boat. Incredibly based Trump moment. Love that. Love that. So Trump said, these Houthis gathered for instructions on an attack. Oops! There will be no attack by these Houthis. They will never sink our ships again.
Motherfucker said, enemy AC-130 over!
Here is Trump actually wielding his gigantic, enormous, huge,
big massive mountain, big massive mountain
history teaches you do not fuck with our boats. Our boats are not to be fucked with. This is a pretty goddamn fucking awesome photo. I love this video so much. Hasan cried when this happened. It shed tears to my eyes as well, but they were not tears of sorrow.
Tears of joy, finally.
That is a reality. Now, I wanted to show you what else the Houthis did that caused their current demise and downfall. So recently, they bombed the Ben Gurion civilian airport in Israel. All right, so this is a video of actually bombing a civilian airport in Israel. Thank God no one was killed. However, they bombed a civilian airport, and this was, I think, the last straw. This was truly the fuck around, find out moment. So this is pictures of.
That's what I'm saying, dude. Like, these guys suck so hard they can't even hit their targets, bro. Like, oh man.
Of the bombing in Israel. I'll show you a little more later. I'm going to show you exactly what happened, but yeah, it was a fucking nightmare. They bombed an airport. They bombed an airport. Like, it's fucking crazy. They bombed a civilian airport, and it missed by like 400 feet or some shit.
Yeah.
Like, insane. When that happened, these are all the places that sirens went off in Israel where people needed to hide in their bunkers. These are civilian areas. I don't know if you know this. They're terrorist monsters targeting civilians and my goddamn boats. So anyway, this was currently what Hasan's stream looked like when that was. Houthis show the limit of the Iron Dome. That's the full title of his stream. And he is straight up there cheering. Super
and
happy.
This gets promoted by Twitch.
Hell yeah. Houthis actually bombed civilians. He literally supports terrorists bombing civilians, in my opinion. It's fucking crazy. I don't even understand. And truly one of the greatest thumbnails in the history of. That's a really good thumbnail, I have to say. I've never seen a thumbnail quite this good, and truly appropriate for the actual content that Hasan was making that day. That worked out very, very well.
It says gamer rage, ADHD.
I feel like that was God divine sense of humor decided to make this the thumbnail of his stream. Thanks for the 10 subs. So anywho, turns out Israel was like, you bomb our airport, we bomb your airport. Reciprocal bombing. Fuck around, find out. The Trump way. This was the airport 2 days ago. This is the airport now. They bombed their airport.
Fuck around, find out.
Fuck out of it. It was pretty great.
Oh yeah, but no, dude. IDF is totally, they're totally the baby killers here, right? They're totally the agitators here. They're the bad guys, right? They're the bad guys, right? That's how most people are, dude. They love starting shit, but then when you do it back to them, and you literally respond in the same exact way that they responded to you and then started this whole conflict with, now it's a problem, dude. Now you're the bad guy. I don't know what in the masochist type of shit is this, but dude, you're not fooling nobody with this bullshit. Like, dude.
It was pretty awesome. Hell yeah, huge dub. Anywho, the reason why I say this is because after their airport was completely annihilated, and after President Donald J. Trump, the orangest of cocks, fucking bombed the shit out of the Houthis as well, this was truly the FAFO moment of all time. Oh no. Anyways, and believe it or not, this is the news to come out of the White House.
Oh,
literally
fuck yes. Oh yes, is Trump about to address this shit? Oh my god. Should we take a oh my god, arms fucking hurt. Should we take a bomb rip? Yo, I think we should take a bull rip. Oh fuck yeah, dude. Our President Donnie J. Fuck yeah. Oh man, dude, Glevitus, my whole body hurts, dude. Did fucking pull-ups for the first time in like 2 years, dude. Holy crap. This man Danny actually forced me to do like 50 real pull-ups, dude. Like, dipping all the way down and then pulling all the way up. Almost like fucking no, not almost. I did throw up later that night when I got home. Still worked out though, don't I?
Hours ago.
Had some very good news last night. The Houthis have announced that they are not, or they've announced to us at least, that they don't want to fight anymore.
No!
Oh yeah. Oh yeah, buddy.
No!
What happened? They don't want to fight anymore? Oh yeah, I fucking wonder why. They fucked around too much and found out too much. Fucking idiots, dude. They literally, like, I'm sorry to have to use this reference, but they literally just pulled a Japan right now. These motherfuckers tried to Pearl Harbor. It's like, that's what I'm saying. It's like these motherfuckers are so trapped in their own lore that they don't know how to, look out beyond their horizon and learn from the experiences of other nations and people, dude. How about you try not to pick a fight that you know you're not gonna win with a sleeping dragon, dude? Have you not seen the Pearl Harbor movie? Did you not see the Japanese try to kamikaze us and fucking fuck our planes and they barely did anything? And then all that did was just wake up a sleeping dragon that didn't even want to be involved in the war, and then now we're bombing the fuck out of you and we dropped the sun on you twice. It's always at that point, dude, where when you get the sun dropped on you twice, That now all of a sudden you don't want to fight. You stupid fucks. Maybe you should have fucking chose not to fight when you were warned that you were gonna get the sun dropped on you. You should have just given up when you realized, hey, dude, like I get the whole honor thing, but like, bro, like I get fighting for something you believe in, but being strong also means knowing when you're defeated. Once you just start needlessly throwing away the lives of the next generation, of the civilians, and of the the kids, which would be the next generation and shit. Once you start throwing all their lives into the mix and you just needlessly putting their lives at risk and killing them just because you don't want to surrender, you're a coward as a leader, dude. Like if you don't want to surrender so bad, why don't you end the war and keep fighting it yourself? Tell them to do like a 1v1000. Pull a Madre Uchilla, see how easy it is. He's always on some coward shit, man. What's going on, Solid?
Oh, what? No, they found out, bro.
Yeah, they fucking found out, bro. They fucking found out.
These guys were out there fucking cheering and bombing civilians and shit, torturing their own people and stealing their food. Then they
and that's also fucking. It's also why we voted for him, because he tells you what he's gonna do and he gives you a chance and a warning, and you don't take it, then that's your own fault. You know, dude, you know how long it's been since Trump said he was gonna do this shit, bro? Like, he's been warning them, like, dude, if you guys don't fuck off and return the hostages and, stop doing terrorist shit, we're gonna bomb you. And now you did the most unthinkable thing you could have done in this situation. You decided to attack our ships. What? Did you really think that this was gonna, like, work out for you, bruh? Did you think anything was gonna be accomplished by this? All you did was just shed more needless lives on your end. Like, did you honestly think that we were just gonna allow you to bomb our ships, to take people hostage for a year, like our citizens? Because that was a U.S. ship that they did that shit to. You think that we were just gonna allow that shit to happen? What the fuck?
A little bit of fuck around and find out, and immediately caved.
Yeah, fucked around and find out, dude.
They just don't want to fight.
Yeah.
And,
I wonder why.
We will honor that.
Enemy AC 130 overhead.
We will stop the bombings.
We'll stop the bombings.
Wow! It looks like it worked. I know a lot of people didn't have faith in Trump actually stopping Houthis bombing their ships.
He said he was gonna do it, yeah.
He did it in a week. It took him a week to stop terrorists from attacking our boats. I'm just saying.
The littlest show in a force.
That's a W. Fucking bomb the shit out of the Houthis. That's what you gotta do. They bomb you, you bomb them back. If you don't bomb them back, they will keep bombing you.
They will keep bombing you, yeah.
Capitulated, but more importantly, we will take their word. They say they will not be blowing up ships anymore.
Hot take, and this is just my opinion.
Although you shouldn't take their word.
They are so bloodthirsty, they're not going to be able to hold themselves back from bombing people again, and then Trump is going to fucking obliterate
them. I already know it's going to go, yeah.
That's what the purpose of what we were doing, so that's just news. We just found out about that.
Right.
So, I think that's very, very positive. They were,
that's pretty positive.
Knocking out a lot of ships going, as you know, sailing beautifully down the various seas. It wasn't just the canal, it was a lot of other places. And I will accept their word, and we are going to stop the bombing of the Houthis, effective immediately. And Marco, you'll let everybody know that.
Bye, Houthis.
Do you have something to say about that, by the way? It's a pretty big announcement.
Yeah, this was always a freedom of navigation mission. Besides, these are, a band of individuals with advanced weaponry that were threatening global shipping. And the job was to get that to stop. And if it's going to stop, then we can stop. And
as simple as that.
It's an important development.
As simple as that. They bomb our ships, we bomb them back, and they stop bombing our ships. Wow! Exactly the right way to treat terrorists. Damn.
Yeah.
I actually can't believe it. Are you pro-war?
You bomb us, we bomb you. You want us to stop, we'll
so
stop.
Stop bombing your people and ships.
You want us to stop, you stop, and we'll stop.
Sure.
How about
so,
that?
Asmongold reacted to all the clips of the Houthis getting bombed, the Houthis doing the bombing. I wanted to show you the whole timeline on Houthi drama until this point, because I wanted to, and now we could all come together to watch the fireworks. Reciprocal bombing. I don't know. Nux, I can't believe how heartless you are. Yeah. I'm totally heartless about terrorists getting bombed. You could definitely cancel me for being heartless towards terrorists. Sorry, bro. Fuck them.
I mean, this isn't even the only thing that happened today. Like, apparently the Houthis surrendered.
Yeah! Hasan crying manly tears, crying and shitting himself. God damn, they really called timeout? Yeah.
Or they just at least agreed to stop attacking.
We had some very good news last night. The Houthis have announced that they are not, or they've announced to us at least, that they don't want to fight anymore.
That's
they
nice.
just don't want to fight.
And I also like that very, very specific choice of words that Houthis announced, at least to us. That they're like, dude, they hate Jewish, like the Israel and the Jewish so bad that they just refuse to admit defeat. Like, they would rather admit defeat to the United States than to us, because they know that if they don't admit defeat to us, we'll just relentlessly bomb them until they don't even exist anymore. Because it's like, bro, what is with these fucking incompetent baboons thinking that they could just start wars with people that they know that they're not gonna win? Like, this is like me walking up to Yujiro Hanma from Baki Hanma and challenging him to a fight and thinking that I'm gonna win. And then being completely shocked and you know, screaming for the world to like outcry, and outcrying to the world and screaming injustice when Yujiro Hanma punches my face into the fucking ground, dude. Like, do you just think that the ogre is just gonna let you talk shit like to his face, challenge him to a fight, you know, test his, you know, authority and his power, and nothing is gonna happen to you, dude? Dude, I'd be lucky if Yujiro doesn't break my face then and there and rip my face off, just like how he did to that fucking martial arts master during the Rai Tai tournament. Like, my man would rip my face off and then literally just all might punch me into the ground on some United States smash shit. United States of Smash, yeah! Like, my man would just do me in, bro. Like, what? Like, exactly like how the United States did them in. Like, you think you're gonna do anything with your little stolen chopper that you have, bro? Like, dude, we have like thousands of those, bro. We have like hundreds of those. You have like 5. You think your 5 little missiles are gonna do anything when you get fucking AC-130'd from the sky, bro, by a fucking Predator drone? Like,
and
it's like, I don't know. Learn how to pick your battles, bro.
And we will.
Bye.
Like, your own people don't even like you. What makes you think the rest of the world is?
They have capitulated, but
Hasan literally fucking dying right now. And his comment section is, someone check on Hasan. Check and see if he's okay in his race car bed. A rough week for.
Like, dude, I'm such like, dude, I hate terrorists so much, dude. Like, you're such a coward, bro. Like, you're literally such a coward, bro. Putting innocent people's lives at risk. You know, you don't. Like, you know, I would respect you more if you would only attack, you know, like the military and shit like that. You know, shit where it would actually matter, you know, where you're actually hitting where it hurts. All you're doing is just, you know, breeding more resentment against you by attacking civilians, dude. Like, you're not doing nothing. You're not accomplishing anything. You're just making people hate you more. You're making your own citizens hate you. Like, stealing fucking, you know, what is it called? Refugee supplies from the refugees and taking them for yourselves because, you know, you guys are all broke. You can't fucking buy food for yourselves because you guys are all cowards. You guys don't even have jobs. It's just like, I don't know, man.
Hamas Houthi piker.
I guess being a terrorist doesn't pay well, does it?
More importantly, we will take their word.
By the way, I might do a video about their meeting, his meeting with the governor of Gay Dakota. I might actually do that, so let me know if you want me to actually cover this.
They say they will not be blowing up ships anymore. And that's what the purpose of what we were doing. So
that
that's
was
just
the purpose.
News. We just found out about that.
We take those.
So,
oh well.
It's very, very positive.
That's great.
Yeah, it is great. Hasan, by the way, you know what his take on all this is? His take is, I can't believe they would bomb the Houthi airport. I cannot believe they would bomb them.
This guy.
What if civilians would get killed? I can't believe the terrorists in America and
I can't
Israel
believe they would actually
are
defend
bombing the
themselves.
Houthis. Those brave Houthis.
I can't believe they didn't just allow
Dude
themselves
is a
to get
complete
bullied
retard,
and
by the
bombed
way.
and killed.
It's pretty great to see.
I just farted.
Supports terrorists, like actual fucking
Like
full
actually
throttle
just
supports
farted.
terrorists.
They were knocking out a lot of ships going, as you know, sailing beautifully down the.
I mean, this is what I said about it, right? People said, oh, you can't stop them from doing it.
Yeah, you can.
And I was like, if you can't stop some rinky-dink terrorist group from one of the poorest countries in the world from stopping international trade ships, if our military can't do that,
then what the fuck
I
are we
want
doing?
My money back.
Yeah, I want my money back. Yeah,
man.
I
There's a reason
100%
why
want my
America
money
has
back.
a
man.
fucking bonkers military, and it's to stop terrorists from bombing your shit. I don't know. This is pretty basic shit. If you're never gonna fight back when people attack you because you're scared of fighting back, well then, quite frankly,
what the
your
fuck do we have
military
you
is
for, bro?
worthless.
Yeah.
Reciprocal damage. I love reciprocal. Reciprocal is great. Whether it's reciprocal tariffs, reciprocal bombing, I support reciprocity.
100%.
An eye for
If
an
you don't
eye,
respect
the
us,
Bible said. An eye for
dude,
an eye.
if you don't
That's
even
what God
respect us, and we have like literally more power than you, and we could end you in a second, what makes you think that, you know, we believe that you respect yourselves? You guys don't even respect yourselves. How the fuck do you expect us to have any type of respect for you when you guys don't even respect yourselves? You guys don't respect anybody. Like what?
Said.
Yep. Really? Like I want a fucking refund. Cause like, where's it going?
True.
What's the point?
True.
Like, we can't even figure this out. Like,
True.
well, why don't we just like I could at least buy something else,
He's
right?
completely
Or
right.
do something.
He's completely right. He's
Yeah,
completely
bro.
correct. I feel like anyone that's
Heck,
crying
in
about
higher
this, because there are a
amount
lot of
private
people crying
security.
about this. I cannot believe this. What if there are civilian casualties? Well, then maybe the fucking Houthis shouldn't have been terrorists, huh? It's not an answer. It's not an answer. When they're bombing your shit and killing your people, you gotta attack back or it'll just keep happening.
Yeah, it's just
and yes,
literally.
they use human shields because they're fucking despicable fucks. And every death that happens on Houthi territory is the fault of the Houthis, who literally started this whole shit.
Various seas.
Yeah, they knew exactly what they were doing because they wanted like the entire world and the media to try to view Israel as like fucking.
I will accept
You know, they're evil now. They're bombing
I
terrorists.
covered
No,
the Trump
dude.
stuff, but
I
anyway,
mean,
I
they're
wanted to show you
bombing
some of the
innocent
fireworks.
people. No, dude, that's you doing that. You're purposely doing that.
And the gates of hell have opened.
So this happened just a little bit.
Yeah, this was Israel bombing the airport there as reciprocal bombing of an airport. They bombed Israel's airport. Israel bombed their airport. Apparently, it was $500 million of damage done to the airport, according to Israeli calculations. And and Yemen happens to be the poorest country in the world. Kind of awkward. Oh, and by the way, something else that's important to mention, because whatever, I'll correct Asmongold when he says this. That's why I wanted to watch these clips of these bombings through Asmongold, because I wanted to correct some of the information.
All right.
If you really squint, you can see the souls of the damned flying out of that inferno.
Well, no wonder they quit. Yep.
Awkward. I wonder why the Houthis decided to quit the war. Why did they call truce?
That's a fire? That is a crazy fucking fire.
It's a big fire. And I saw some freaks on Twitter saying that there needs to be a proportional response.
Mickey Mouse.
All right, proportional response, bro. You started the fucking shit. All right, this is insane. Like,
Yeah, dude, you can't just play with fire. You gotta soak the matches in the gasoline. Don't be confused when you're getting burned. Like what?
This is wild. You want a proportional response? Want a proportional response? I saw people literally losing their mind. It's not proportional because the missile shot to Israel only did minor damage, and the missile shot to them did way more damage. It's not proportional. Here's my response. It's not just the fuck around, find out. All right, this is my response.
Around and fuck.
The Houthis have launched over 400 rockets and drones at Israel in the last year and a half. In the last year and a half. Okay? In the last year and a half, over 400 rockets and drones. With all due respect, this explosion
was due.
Is one. You want proportional? Want promotional? Don't bring a knife to a carpet bombing, motherfucker. You started the fucking fight.
That's what I'm saying,
The
dude.
fuck is proportional damage? Oh, we're gonna rape exactly as
Motherfuckers
many
are
of your
acting
people
like,
as
you know,
raped
because
of
they
our
do a
people.
terrorist action, you know,
Proportional
shoot up a
response?
place or bomb up, you know, suicide bomb a place or some shit, or do like something like October 7th. They think that we're gonna come in and do the same thing, and it's gonna be like a, you know, like a boots on the ground war. No, dude, we're just gonna bomb you in one go, and that's it. We're not fucking sending our troops to that fucking place, to that shithole, so they could fucking risk their lives for nothing. Nah, dude, we're just gonna fucking send a AC-130 over there or whatever and just be done with it, bro. You wanna fuck around, you can find out. I'm not gonna waste our time and effort with you guys. Like, what the fuck?
Is like fucking retard slang on Twitter. Virtue signaling retards that know nothing about war.
It's like hell. Yeah.
This is, the Houthis are a terrorist government that fucking took over their fucking country.
Yeah,
And
why
murdered-
do you think they gave up so fast when they fucking got bombed by fucking the United States? Because they know that we know what war is actually like, and we have the capable means to fight it. They don't. They've never seen war. These are just for the most part, most of these people are just fucking stupid kids that were swindled into joining this terrorist organization by a stupid ideology, and they just believe anything. So they fucking join this shit, and they have no combat experience, no nothing, and then that's why they just easily get blasted when they fucking go out.
Their people. Like, why the fuck do we need to worry about the
So it's like,
Houthis?
you know, why even risk traumatizing our soldiers, you know, going out there and having to kill basically kids? Fuck that. Like, if they want to die so badly, dude, they could just get bombed. Like what?
Oh my god. By the way, of course they surrendered.
Yeah.
Like, of course.
No shit.
I wonder what Nick has to say about this now. Because he's such a Palestine supporter and he'd be anti-Israel. I wonder what he's going to say about this. He's probably going to say, oh yeah, see, this is what happens when America's being controlled by Israel. No, dude, they literally fucking bombed us. They literally bombed us first. So it's like, what? It's just like...
I don't know why.
This is the first time Israel hit back, by the way. You gotta realize, the Houthis shot 400 missiles at Israel, and they basically haven't, like, responded. This is the first time they actually responded, bro. It obliterated their airport. And Trump obliterated their ships and terrorists. Like, you don't understand, man.
Anybody would be...
Apparently, I think their port was also wiped out. Anyway, Houthis.
Surprised at all about that. This morning, RDF large-scale drone attack, Port Sudan, hitting civil infrastructure.
Yeah, I told you. It was, they also wiped out the port.
According the...
Yeah, if imagine being the Houthis. You are in a one-sided war for the last year and a half, all right? You're bombing American ships. You're bombing Israeli civilians. You're just bombing and bombing
anybody.
for a year and a half. 400 missiles, all right?
Now you're attacking Philippine because the people that they abducted in that ship, they were all Filipinos and stuff. So like literally, you're literally just attacking like anybody.
And then in 1 week, in 1 week, bro, in 1 week, Trump is like, okay, bro. Okay, bro.
Like, all right, brother.
You want a dick measuring contest, Mr. Houthis? Oh, fuck.
Airport. Let me see if I can find the rest of this here. Yeah, this is just a crazy fucking video.
Yep.
Massive drone strikes hit Port Sudan.
Yep. Told you. Port. God damn!
They already said they didn't surrender. I don't know. I mean, do the Houthis have a Twitter account? I don't even know.
Hi, Houthis.
I mean, I'm sure they do.
Hi,
Right?
Houthis.
I mean, they have
Houthis, I would like to introduce you to the American military-industrial complex.
Instagram. Yeah, I have no idea. Is it a dumbass? It's not real stuff, Taz. Okay, well, let me see if there's any more about this at all. And
There is. Not a bad fire? Yeah.
Houthi-affiliated media channels have released the first look at Santa's International Airport of today's waves of strikes from Israeli Air Force.
Do these count as snuff films or watching people die, Lamau? Oh, you're not watching people die. I'm gonna correct Asmongold in a minute.
Force. God damn.
Notice how you don't see any people. I want to just point this out. I'll fill you in a little more.
Missed everything. Shit.
Well.
Bye-bye. Bye, Houthis.
Don't underestimate the enemy. I mean, let's be real, guys.
I think they surrendered after 1 day. They surrendered after like one really bad day. All right.
There's no way that they were gonna keep doing it.
Oh well.
They destroyed the whole airport. Yep.
Yes, they did. They did. True. All true. Very awkward.
Awkward.
The Houthis hit their airport first.
True.
Yeah, there was an attack on an Israel airport.
The Israel airport. The only international airport in Israel. Yeah.
Yeah, they're like trying to
I don't know
effectively
if that was
trap
from the
all the
Houthis or
residents
not.
there.
It was the Houthis.
And then they're confused why they're getting bombed.
Actually, it was the Houthis, and Asmongold even reacted to my video talking about that. You can check that out on my How Fucked Is Hasan Piker franchise on YouTube.
Keep poking the bear and it's gonna bite. Yeah.
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 God damn. So they destroyed the entire airport.
Yeah, they did. Yeah, they did. Must have been the wind, boy. Yeah. Maybe they won't fuck around next time. Maybe they won't bomb civilians anymore. Dude, dude, this is great. This is awesome. Love that. This is like FAFA in real time. Fuck around, find out in real time, bro. I know I'm gonna get so canceled for being happy that Houthis are getting fucked, but
yeah, dead ass.
Wouldn't
be surprised if my video gets like fucked.
Happily die on the hill of supporting wiping out civilian murdering terrorists.
For real.
Is that true?
Yikes! That was an airport.
And it was apparently Israel that did this, or
Yep,
America?
That was Israel. This one was Israel. I mean, what's the difference? Am I right, guys? I mean, let's be real.
No, in before, what's the difference? Well,
no pre-watch. No pre-watch. No,
like, which one's taking ownership of it?
Yeah, the airport.
So which one's taking ownership?
The ships and the Houthi terrorists themselves was America. It was something of a 1-2 punch.
It's Israel. Okay.
I mean, I do feel like. Listen, I love reciprocal. Reciprocal, an eye for an eye. Houthis bombed American ships. America bombed Houthi ships. Houthis bombed an Israeli airport. Israel bombed the Houthi airport. I'm just saying.
Can't be bombing
man.
people and
It's
expecting not to get bombed yourself.
The tweeting bird in the distance. What a nice touch.
The birds are just chilling and chirping like, what the fuck happened here?
Hasan in shambles right now.
Wow. Holy fuck.
Yeah. That's crazy.
It's just Mary Jane, YouTube, chill out.
Damn. Pretty much, they destroyed the terminals and the plane roads and the comm tower and the planes, at least 10 of them.
So they destroyed the terminals and the building and the planes and the comm tower and every part of the airport, you're saying?
So you can call it an airport anymore? Destroying civilian airplanes? Yeah.
Oh, well. What's a Houthi airport? Is it in Yemen? Actually, it was an international Yemen airport, like for civilians, and the Houthis took it over.
So it's a terrorist airport.
Yeah, I don't know really what this had to do with the Houthis at all. I'm not even sure.
Yeah, the Houthis took over this airport, and now it is no longer an airport. Now it's kind of rubble.
I could actually agree with that. And we'll look it up right now, just a fact check. Yeah, right here. Wait. Right here, yep. Yes, the Houthis do control a Sanaa International Airport in Yemen's capital, Sana'a. Israel's military has stated that it is fully disabled the airport with the airstrikes. Yeah, dude. They basically were just trapping. No, my voice just fucking cracked. They were basically just trapping people in fucking Yemen. And then like I'm saying, and then they're fucking confused why they're getting bombed.
Must be a reason. Yeah, it's hard to say. I mean,
you're not gonna fool anybody with saying that. What did it have to do with Yemen? I mean, what did this have to do with the Houthis? It had to do everything with the Houthis. They were the fucking ones taking over and controlling the airport. You dingus.
Took over most of a big chunk of the Yemenis government. They contributed to the deaths of 377,000 people in Yemen by basically taking a ton of the aid and just the shit from those people, and it was a civilian airport. Emphasis on was. And
yeah, big emphasis on was.
I don't know.
Yeah, a few years ago.
Check Google Maps. The whole airport was fucked already, abandoned and destroyed airplanes everywhere.
That's what happens when the Houthi terrorists take over.
Yeah. Because who the fuck is gonna fly the planes?
Sheesh!
They don't have any fucking restrictions to our airspace.
Yeah, I don't think anybody's
gonna
get
shot down instantly.
For a while.
Yeah, awkward.
Let's see if I can find any more of these. This is from 2004.
2024.
Israeli military airstrikes completely knocked Sansa Airport in Yemen out of operation.
Oh, wow.
Senior Houthi official warns Israel just crossed a red line and
oh yeah.
Response.
They always talk
they
so big.
Yeah, they always say that they're crossing a red line until you guys are surrendering.
Response. 2 minutes later, we surrender. Oh well. Awkward.
Oh man.
Wow. Crazy. Look at all that fire, bro.
Jesus.
This is the fuck around find out.
Well,
you can basically take these guys as put them in the dictionary as you fucked around and you found out.
You 100% found out.
The response is to cry more? I mean, I don't know. Like, this is dumb. Least qualified opinion to have a qualified person to have an opinion on this. Am I don't really think that you need to have like much of a qualification, right? I mean, I think honestly, you know, you're not mad that like I'm not. Yeah, and by the way,
Trump told them to stop. They didn't stop. He bombed the fuck out of them. Now they stop.
Yeah.
All right, listen. It
Really
works,
what a deterrence is, bro.
I mean, I'm not an expert in this or anything. Like, I'm just looking at it as it's happening. But you're probably just mad because I'm not covering it the way you want me to.
100%.
Just like how
100%.
Hassan,
They want
you know,
the Hassan crying stream.
was talking about
The Houthis.
how the Houthis or whatever boarding that ship, you know, that was like a deterrence, so they didn't sail over here. Well, guess what, buddy? Us bombing you is a fucking deterrence. You don't fucking fuck with our ships anymore, dummy.
Actually, like, no real, like, logic to it at all.
Oh, there is actually. I think it's very logical, actually. I would go as far as to say.
Yeah, of course. Yeah, I mean, that has nothing to do with that. Terrorist supporters, I can't. You know what to think without school telling you how to
There's a
think
lot of
first.
them.
I mean, I don't know.
Damn. Oh, this was in Israel. That was in Israel. That was the Israeli airport.
Well,
all right, good shit.
I'll see if there's any statement about this. The Houthis have surrendered. Trump announces.
Bye bye.
Skit daddle. Skit fucking daddle. Go on, get out of here.
Oh Lord. I would hate to be a Houthi right now. Oh God.
Based.
Did I hear about the University of Washington crash out? No, remind me about that after I finish this, and I'll look at it.
I think not. God damn.
Some terrorists need to understand the loss of life is horrible, not to be celebrated. I mean, I don't think that I'm really going to get particularly upset about like actual terrorists getting killed. It's not.
I feel like I'm gonna now need to explain a certain part of Israeli military operations that I don't think Asmongold is aware of. Before Israel does a bombing like this, they actually drop leaflets and warn the people in the area to leave, and they're only going after the infrastructure. And that's what they did here. That's why you don't see bodies everywhere.
Yeah.
That's why you don't hear an up.
This is exactly why I will never support and always fucking stop like Nick and Tracy and shit whenever they're fucking trying to defend, you know, Palestine, you know, trying to say that the IDF are baby killers. I'm like, what are you talking about, bro? If they were actually baby killers, they would not go out of their way to put put flyers and signs around and go to the risk their lives of the fucking soldiers and the people who put up those flyers. Because if a terrorist saw them doing that and, you know, saw that, they're putting up a flyer that says any civilians in this area, you know, please evacuate. This area will be bombed. We are just going after infrastructure. You don't see terrorists doing that shit. They'll just fucking attack regardless of who's in there. Like, at least the IDF goes out of their way to make sure that they're actually only attacking the targets. Like, if people get in the way, that's a different story.
Uproar about civilian casualties because Israel announced that dropped leaflets and said, evacuate the area. In 1 hour, you will no longer have an airport. And then an hour later, they didn't have an airport.
Wow.
Listen. And then an hour later, they didn't have an airport. Yeah, true. It's just be like that, I guess.
Not really something I'd look at to be like horrible, but at the same time, I mean, you know, if it's like a civilian airport, I mean, this doesn't look like a military plane to me, right?
Yeah, because the Houthis are a terrorist insurgent group that basically couped the government and took over the airport. It's not a military plane. They took over what was a civilian airport.
Yeah, literally. Hold on, chat.
And it's just I think it's easy to say that like something like this is really sad to see happen.
Well, I do feel bad. Don't get me wrong. I feel bad for civilians that are suffering, but their suffering is absolutely caused by the terrorists.
Yeah,
I really feel like people put blame on Trump, for example, or on Israel for something like this, and in reality, it's the terrorists' fault. The terrorists are starving the people in Yemen. 6% of people in Yemen actually support the Houthis. The other 94% hate the Houthis and are oppressed by them.
And that like there are a lot of civilians that are like negatively impacted by this on a massive level that had nothing to do with it.
True, and it is really sad. That said, it's really unfortunate that collateral damage exists. It's really sad.
It's definitely sad to see. I mean, I'm not even really saying that they shouldn't have done it. Like, I mean, maybe they still should have done it, but that doesn't mean that like you can't have empathy for the people that are there that are negatively affected.
Yeah.
That don't have anything to do
involved,
with
got caught up
and,
in that because
realistically,
of
there were not, as far as affected goes, I feel like there was very little loss of life in something like this because, again, that's the Israel move. They drop leaflets and they warn people before they attack infrastructure. They did that in Gaza also. Gaza's incredibly packed, so it was much harder to avoid that. But that is their move. They always drop leaflets, and that's why there was essentially no major loss of life here. Thank God. They kept their promise. They said, leave the airport, it won't exist in an hour, and it didn't exist in an hour. It's the fuck around and find out mentality.
I'm not sure how this airport's connected to the Houthis. I'm not sure.
Yeah, the Houthis took over the airport.
Houthis remain undefeated.
The Houthis are a terrorist group that took over the airport.
Trump surrender. Oh no, the Trump is surrendering to the Houthis.
No way, the Houthis surrendered to Trump and they immediately lie on their own thing saying that Trump is the one that surrendered? Yeah, sure, Trump surrendered. Nice try, bro.
They're surrendering and they're the boss to say that we're
US
surrendering
aircraft carrier
to them.
to leave the Red Sea.
Do you guys want to
after
get bombed again?
Houthis.
So we can see who's actually surrendering here?
This is literally
Should we
the
fact
Hasan
check this shit?
tactics. They make up history.
Like, should we
They're
validate
"We are
our
so
parking?
good. We are getting them to leave. And I bet you this is the propaganda that they tell their people.
Oh wait, no, this is from a week ago. Okay.
That did not age well, bro. They're so smart.
Okay, so this, I guess that's not really going so well nowadays, right?
Oh, definitely not.
They're done fighting Israel and stopped their operations.
Yeah, but that was November 2024. But they lied. Yeah, they are incredible
Just like Hasan,
liars.
dude. That's why Hasan's a good liar.
Remember,
He sucks these guys off.
These are terrorists. The Houthis announced they're done fighting Israel, stopping their operations. They've shot hundreds of missiles since this tweet. And this was, a couple months ago.
Yeah, I mean, I'll be real, right? I mean, it's pretty obvious that, this is a pretty small, like, not really very well-funded, like, I think terrorist organization, right?
Actually, they are moderately well-funded.
Not I think, they are.
Because A, they steal shit from their people. Humanitarian aid, they steal that shit from their people. And B, and I think this is also important, they are funded by Iran. They are a terrorist group funded by Iran. That said, there's still a group of pirate fuckers that are just getting annihilated and getting their ass handed to them by Big Orange Man and his little blue friend.
Right, and so it's not like they're really going to be able to stand up against Israel and the United States bombing the shit out of them, right? I mean, it's just not.
True.
I mean, if you think about it, they were never able to stand up to begin with to any of the nation's bombing runs. Like what?
Especially after like Trump was like releasing
barely
like
even
fucking
deal
like
with the
kill
IDF.
cam footage of like Houthis, like
They're significantly
every
weaker than
day. I mean, there's not.
Bro, what do you think a couple of hipster pirates are gonna do against the American fucking military complex, bro?
Gonna be that many of them Iran funded? Well, didn't Trump say that like if they kept getting funding from Iran that Trump would, or they kept getting funding period, he would blame Iran? So maybe Iran heard that and they stopped
funding. True. I didn't think of that. Maybe.
Yeah.
Right?
Maybe Iran
Forgot
stopped
about
funding.
that.
I mean, I don't think Iran stopped funding him because they were bombing Israel pretty consistently. For
Probably
the last
so the
couple
hard
of
just
days.
not as much.
It's like they don't. I don't think they actually want
Not as
to
much
have
as
any sort
not
of
as
fucking
much
war,
as
right?
before, so it can't be tied back
Well,
to
the
them as
Houthis
much.
might. The people of Yemen definitely don't.
But like enough so it could be
Quit,
considered
there's
an
no
accounting
evidence except
error.
for Trump. except for Trump saying it.
Or
You're
blame it
right.
on one person.
And
say
so
that
I
they're
guess we're
stealing.
just gonna have to wait and see what happens.
Yeah.
Because like there's a good chance you could be right and it actually didn't happen and Trump's lying, or that maybe they lied to Trump and they actually intend to keep attacking. But
I mean, they are terrorists. I am inclined to not trust them because they break every rule that they have. I mean, they started this shit, right? They out of nowhere, they'll just start bombing people. Like, they're not good at all.
Yeah.
They brought slavery back to Yemen. All right, let's 3 cheers for the Houthis.
if the attacks on the ships stop happening, then I'd say that'd be a pretty good thing. Yeah, I mean, I'll be real.
Awkward.
The Houthis have the largest stockpile of non-nation run military.
Awkward.
Non-nation run military. The Houthis have the largest stockpile. Wait, you mean stockpile of people or weapons?
Stockpile of people.
Yeah, they're a non-nation run military because they're not a nation. They're the size of an army, but they're not a real army. They don't operate under any form of international law. They're a group of terrorists.
The airport was the main supply route for missiles and other weapons, along with their dock, which was also attacked.
Why do you think those spots were picked, huh? Why do you think they bombed their port and their airport at the same time?
Yeah, I saw the dock. The dock was insane. If they go back on their word, Trump will just escalate the bombings.
Yeah! That's what we love about our orange boy.
Good, as he should.
Why do you think Trump would push that info, though? Because... I don't know, probably just to make them look bad. I mean, it seems pretty simple to me, right? I mean, of course.
Or it could just be true.
Yeah, well, anyway.
There's also Saudi Arabia. I don't know if Saudi Arabia funds them or not. I have a feeling, I would assume that.
Well, quite the opposite, in fact. Saudi Arabia kind of attacked them.
They don't, but like, maybe I'm wrong.
And they're starting fights with Saudi Arabia as well.
Yeah, no, the Saudis fight the Houthis. it's a pretty rough region. What can I say?
Why don't they all just team up and just fight these guys on a collective front? Like, fuck
Did
'em.
not stop. Basically, Trump is making shit up.
Show
All
'em
the
how
other
much they're
Arab
hated.
outlets say otherwise.
Anyway, we'll see.
Maybe they'd fuck off and realize that they're wrong.
Maybe you're right. I guess we're gonna have to find out in a couple of days.
Only time will tell. But there is one thing we know.
You know, I mean, it's pretty simple. If they keep bombing and they keep
That's
doing
it.
shit, then obviously they lied.
That's true.
Houthi didn't make any statements about stopping operations, as you can see on their official X account.
Yeah, this is a tweet from, like, last year, though.
The latest statement by the official spokesperson for the Houthis was issued on November 3rd, and it speaks of escalation. Yeah, but Trump never said that they oh, this is from 2020.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm thinking about something else. Okay, I'll see if there's any other information. Yeah, I didn't read the date there. That's something totally different. But yeah, okay. Well, hopefully this is true. I mean, you know,
Awkward.
like terrorists are
Awkward.
bad, and you know, hopefully, you know, that's, you know, we get rid of them. And so ideally,
It's so nice to actually hear a voice of reason on the internet.
that's the best outcome.
Yeah,
I mean,
the
just-
best outcome actually is getting rid of the terrorists that are trying to kill you. I agree, actually. Good take. Anyway, yeah. So I wanted to cover this because I felt like there were a bit of misinformation that was flying around in regards to civilian casualties, because there
wasn't
not
a bit.
really a lot of
Most
civilian
of it
casualties,
was
as far as I'm
fucking
aware of, 'cause
misinformation.
Israel dropped leaflets that this was happening. The Houthis surrendered. Hassan is in shambles. All in all, a wonderful day for people that don't like terrorists, and a terrible day for people that do like terrorists. If you like terrorists, please leave. In fact, I have a great streamer to recommend you. If you don't like terrorists, definitely subscribe.
for real.
Because on this channel, we actually say the shit that is kind of not acceptable to say on other channels. Believe it or not, we actually cheer when they find out after fucking around.
Yeah, unfiltered, unbridled. Anyways, this has been a long ass video, guys. Hope you fucking enjoyed that shit. Please like, comment, subscribe, check out the other videos, and peace.